Thanks for listening to Middle Aged and Mediocre. I'm Cash.
I'm Joel.
And we are a podcast about all things strange and unusual, death and UFOs, and other creepy,
Cults,
weird, random
ghosts.
There you go.
Yeah. Not just naming things in the room.
Oh my god.
There's a cult of ghosts.
Joel has doomed us yet again.
3, 2, 1.
That was the intro, man.
Oh, man.
You fucked us, bud.
I'm a real son of a bitch.
I mean, you bent us over. Twice.
The thing about me is when you get fucked by me, you get fucked by me twice.
So, what's up, everybody?
Oh, what a fucking...
We're going to review a movie today. I don't even know
We
if you
need
can
to
call
review our lives.
I don't know if we could call it a movie.
No. It didn't have the things that make a movie. You know, my 3 things.
Give the list.
Beginning, middle, and end.
That's right.
And this was just a long pile of shit. And it was just, there's no beginning to this shit.
But buckle up. We're going to review a movie called Seagull. I'm Cash.
I'm sorry.
Joel better be sorry.
I'm sorry.
And welcome to another, it was Dollar Tree Day?
Dollar Tree Cinema.
Dollar Tree Cinema.
Yes. Probably the last.
Maybe. Let's see.
I mean, I thought, haha, we'll watch bad movies. It'll be so fun. And then, we get something today that's just so bad.
So.
And I don't know if it's because the day we had leading up to it.
I don't think it would have helped.
I think if the movie was at least halfway, quarter way, an eighth of a way good, I think, we could have accepted the goodness of it.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think it was just bad shit on top of bad shit.
We have had a day.
Yeah.
We
started out pretty good.
Started out good. Went to a flea market.
Yeah. Got out of town. Went to Athens.
Stretched the old legs.
Yep. Went to the Peddler's Junction.
Yep.
And New location. A movie. We bought a movie there to bring back and watch. Because I forgot my Dollar Tree movie.
So while we were there, we were like,
there's so many movies there.
We'll find something.
Yeah.
So Joel found something.
I think there's probably 250,000 movies in that building at the different booths.
Yeah. So
and I picked out one of them.
Joel picked out one of the hundreds of movies. He picked out a movie called Hangman's Curse.
Yeah.
It's based on a novel by a man named Frank Peretti.
Boo, you got me tripping.
The tagline is...
See, I didn't really read much, because I'm not much on reading, so
right.
I like the kind of green overtone of the pictures. Mm-hmm. That drew me in.
It's got the found footage look.
Yeah, kind of, and then the back it had them douchey looking high school kids. So I was like, we're gonna get this.
Yeah.
And then I started reading it on the car ride home, and we kind of knew what we were getting into after that.
Yeah, the tagline here is watch your locker, watch your back, watch your soul.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, I'm almost thinking maybe we should have stuck with this one.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I mean, it was funnier just in the few minutes we watched.
Things were happening.
Yeah.
Which we cannot say about the movie we didn't watch. So this movie, it stars David Keith.
Yeah, I recognize him.
He was in Major League 1 or 2.
Oh, he was, okay.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of... He's in everything. He's one of those guys you see and you're like, hey, it's that guy that's in the show I watched. But, so the back of this says... Within the shadowed corridors of Rogers High School, something terrible has been unleashed. As fear escalates, a family of investigators goes undercover, only to discover you cannot destroy what you cannot find. As students are claimed by a deadly power, Nate and Sarah Springfield and their 2 teenage children race to protect the student body from the mysterious forces around them and from their own prejudices. So, I don't know what any of that means.
No.
We started to watch this one, and
It turns out it's biblical.
So I'm like, I hear them talk about the Veritas Project.
Uh-huh.
So the plot of this movie is that there's a group called the Veritas Project, and they go undercover to fight the battle against drugs and Satan, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, we did watch about 10, 15 minutes of it.
So as soon as I see the Veritas Project, my brain starts to turn, and I'm like, I think that's like a religious cult thing too.
You know your cults.
I do. So I did figure out so I knew you could tell this had some Christian undertones to it.
Uh-huh.
And
they kind of slapped you in the face with it.
like the goth children were we guessed the villains. It seemed like
the demon had a helmet on.
They were demons or something.
Football player went crazy during a game.
If you're goth, you're evil to this movie. But then I looked and Googled it, or IMDb, and it's the same company that put out the Left Behind movies with Kirk Cameron. And I was like, well, no, we're done here.
Took it out and went directly into the trash.
Yeah, directly in the trash.
And then we took that out so we could read it, the inner lining.
But then Joel went ahead and went home.
said, how could it get worse?
No way it could be worse than what that thing
No
is.
way.
So let's watch the original movie we had planned today.
Yeah.
Which is called Seagull.
I had it for last week and we canceled, so now it's for this week.
Yeah,
And the cover of it just looks professional as hell.
So last week we canceled because my alternator in my car died that Friday, and I spent all day.
How's your car doing now?
I spent all day Saturday getting it fixed. Today, on our trip back from Athens, my car overheats, and I don't know. I either have a busted radiator or something in the hose, but now my radiator is leaking and overheating. So yay!
So we had to pull over on the side of the road. We sat there for probably 20 minutes or so.
Yep.
Your engine was smoking. We kind of let it cool down. Then we turned off like all the ACs, and luckily we were like half a mile, if that, back away from a gas station. So you Vin Diesel'd yourself. You just whipped it around, and we got to
cash diesel. If you will.
Conveniently enough, we went to the cool spot to cool
down. It was nice,
and it gave a lot of people something to look at, which was nice.
As you could tell, I did not like to be looked at.
That one guy talked to you. He was like trying to get some business. He's like, you got someone to fix that?
Yeah, I don't mind. That guy was all right.
Yeah,
like,
I can tell you made fast friends with him.
Yeah, me.
I was getting a little jealous sitting in there. But then we sat at the cool spot for another 20, 30 minutes, and it was hot.
Yeah, it's a great day to break down. It's a 90-degree day.
I kept saying, well, at least it's not hot. And it was hot. I was being...
Your humor kept me cool.
Oh, I just kept saying, please don't hit me.
So we get back, and now we have a movie called Seagull to review. So...
When we get back, then we tried to watch the other movie, and that was shit. So I went home, all the way home, to get Seagull.
Now, Seagull stars Gabrielle Shepard.
We've already talked about this movie too much.
Adam Radcliffe and Jessica Hines. I'm sure we've all heard of these well-known actors and actresses. Now, I asked you to go ahead and rate this thing before we started watching.
Yeah. And I gave it my typical... I think I try to be pretty optimistic about stuff. And to me, optimistic is 4.5.
Out of 10.
Out of 10. Is that a giant spider climbing up your curtain?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll keep an eye on that.
We'll deal with that later.
Okay.
And I said a 4.
Yeah.
Now, I said that because I'd already seen the IMDb rating.
Which has to be 0.
Now that I look back at it, I see that it's only had 26 reviews.
Oh.
So, it's fine.
I know, I can't.
So, it has a 6.2 on IMDb.
Oh my god, dude. No, I'm not even talking about the spider anymore. I cannot believe how...
6.2.
You gotta do some research. Who voted on that? The actors? The actresses? The writer?
It's only got 26 votes. So, that's gotta be...
There's not one person...
6 votes gave it a 10.
Okay.
6 gave it a 6.
No.
After
watching that movie, I'd give it a 1.
Nothing fucking happens.
Nothing.
In the whole movie. Nothing.
Like, things happen, but it's just nothing, though, at the same time. It's gone now. We don't know where it is.
So, the gist of this thing... What we gathered is maybe incest,
possible.
Never really answered that.
Or I think maybe that was the wife's boyfriend. So it's not incest, but still was inappropriate because she was, 18 at the time. I don't know.
Okay, so there's this family.
She gives birth and
there's this girl that has been living on the beach that's stalking them, and she carries a machete. So, and there's also maybe a bird man.
You sound crazy right now. But I was gonna let you go.
There might be a bird
man.
man.
We just watched it. And there might be a bird man.
And the bird man is trying to get the girl to take revenge, but she's weak. But she can fuck up the bird man anytime she wants.
Yeah, she does.
So the family seems like everything's on the up and up. There's a little girl. They call her Puppet.
Puppet?
Hello, Puppet.
Lily?
Yeah, her name's Lily. They call her Puppet.
They're English.
Yeah. So the dad, like the granddad, is like, he's the grandma's in a wheelchair. The granddad takes the little girl back and forth to school. It seems to be really good.
There's another girl that lives there at the house with him. It's like the daughter.
The daughter of the
aunt of the little girl.
So they figure out Rose is back. Rose is the lady from the beach. And the dad threatens her.
The beach down the block.
The beach right down the block.
She just lived on a beach down the block for 8 years.
He threatens her to stay away.
Well, first she shits on top of their car.
She does take a giant human shit on top of his car, which they then call...
It's gone. I don't see where it is.
I keep waiting for it to drop my head.
I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks.
Spider talk. Here on Middle-Aged and Mediocre.
So what it appears to have happened... is
sound like a lawyer in court.
The girl from the beach is the sister of the girl that lives with the mom in a wheelchair.
Yes.
And the granddad in the movie, who's the little girl's granddad, is actually just the mom's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or their stepfather, maybe. Like, maybe they are married.
And probably fucked the girl. And
most likely had sex with the girl that ended up living on the beach.
Or it was Connor.
Right.
the kid that works at the fish place.
And then they took the baby, they kicked, and then, so while, the mom, it shows in a flashback, the mom is like, she finds out this Rose is pregnant, so she's calling her a slut.
Oh, yeah.
And she's, hitting her, and Rose is like, all right, fuck this, and pushes her, and she goes down the steps and gets paralyzed.
Yeah.
So that's how she ends up in the wheelchair.
Well, hurt. Because then,
Because
then
she's
Jeff,
kind of progressing
scolded
through the
her
movie.
for not wanting to walk more.
Yeah. So then it seems like the whole family turns on Rose. Rose's sister thinks she fucked her. That the baby of the dad of the baby is her boyfriend Connor.
Connor, yeah.
Which it turns out maybe it is.
You don't know anything from this movie.
So at one point the sister tries to help Rose by kidnapping. They kidnap the girl with Connor.
Yeah.
And then some things don't happen. Nothing happens. We just see the guy drinking water for 20 minutes.
Eating,
lots of eating meals. And then they have a big confrontation. The dad, or the guy and the girl from the beach, they have this big confrontation where he's holding a blade, a butcher knife to her throat that she keeps trying to give away to the little girl for some reason.
Yeah.
There's some significance to this butcher knife, but we don't ever know what. But he's holding it to her neck, her throat.
And it flashes back to dropping her off a cliff.
Yeah, he tricked her into raising her arms in the sky like she's flying. And then he grabbed her hand and then pulled her in and just picked her up, carried her over, and let go of her.
Yeah.
And then she decided...
Maybe that's what... She doesn't talk. She talks in flashbacks, I think. But in...
I could have sworn she yelled at the Birdman.
I thought she yelled at the Birdman,
but the Birdman
too.
is in her head the whole time, I think. So I guess she could have talked to him.
She doesn't talk to any family members. But somehow she explained to Connor the plan about kidnapping.
Or she just
Lily.
maybe drew it.
Drew it, yeah.
Drawing. She's the drawing.
She does like the drawer.
So then he remembers him dropping her off of the cliff. And he decides not to kill her.
It's like they shared in the flashback.
Yeah. Yes. And then we cut to...
Well, he tried to get her to stab the butcher blade through his chest, which doesn't work.
Which doesn't. It's not how that works.
A butcher blade's not sharp.
Yeah, it just has a...
I mean, the blade is sharp, but the very front of the knife, it's flat.
So
it's not a pointed knife.
She can't do it, so they both just kind of sit there and look at each other.
Yeah.
And then we flash forward in time a little bit.
To her birthday. It's
Lily's birthday. And then Rose shows up, and everybody's all kind of weirded out.
Well, first, it looks like the sister and Connor show up together with Lily. So it looks like the little girl moved out with the aunt and Connor.
Maybe.
Kind of made it seem like they were coming over to her house for the birthday.
Yeah.
Well, then as soon as they sit down, someone knocks at the door, and it's Rose, and she comes in with cake, and then like a card, which instantly like, oh, it's a treasure map. And Lois like, well, we gotta go do this.
Yeah.
So her and Connor leave, and then the family eat the cake, and turns out the cake was poisoned by Rose.
And then she apparently looks like castrates
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
man.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We almost see his
Pulled her
hog.
into the kitchen. Pulled him into the kitchen.
Looks like she's going to pull out that
Yeah.
dick.
That dick and cut it.
And then she was in the Birdman outfit the whole
Yeah.
time.
And then she walks. She's at the cliff. I bet she cut the dick off, threw it off the cliff, and then that's when it turns and shows her walk off.
And that's it.
That's it.
And that took 2 hours.
I don't know what happened to Connor. I don't know what happened to Lily.
It took 85 minutes.
The cover of it looks nothing like the girl in the movie.
No, it wasn't a horror movie.
We talked about how like it looks like they got the cover. Like, well, fuck, we forgot to put the name of it on.
Yeah.
So they just hopped on MS Paint and just did a little Seagull.
Yeah, and this wasn't a horror movie.
No.
The front makes it look like it should be.
Yeah.
It was kind
It's
of
got like blood overtones on the back, which makes it look like it should be.
It was
It
a
tricked me.
very slow, boring drama, I guess, that made no sense. Could have told the story in about 5 minutes.
There was no story to tell. They
took
didn't-
85.
Yeah.
And then the guy that made it dedicated to his father, because he apparently fucking hates his father,
He
I'm
hates his
guessing.
dad.
Peter Blatch. Your dad hating dick?
So what do you give it after seeing it?
A 0.
0.
It's one of the worst
You
things.
can't even give it a half. There's
No.
nothing. Yeah,
It's one of the worst movies I've ever watched in my entire life.
I don't know what it is. Like we keep calling it a movie, but I don't know what else to call it. But it's not a movie.
It has no redeeming factors. There was nothing about it.
Perfect 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going 0. So what?
Yeah.
What are you?
Half.
A half?
I guess.
You're giving it a half.
I mean, there was no.
you are the nicer of the two.
There was no beginning, middle, or end, but like there was people talking.
I guess yes, there were people talking.
So we're gonna throw this away too, though.
So let's check out.
You don't want it in your house, right?
God no.
Okay.
Oh hey, you know what's really funny?
Huh?
On IMDb, the more like this
Yeah.
Everfall.
Oh!
Our last movie, one of our other movies we reviewed.
This made me miss Everfall.
I would rather watch Everfall
Yeah.
again than ever see this again.
Ever. I'd rather be stuck on the side of the road.
No, I've got to read. There's 3 user reviews.
Oh my god.
I've got to read these things.
I dedicated this to my dad because I knew that he's the director.
So this guy he gave it a 6 out of 10, and he says Seagull uses a sleepy Kent seaside town as its backdrop rather than the usual London cityscape, and to good effect. The personal relationships between the main characters and the family are tense and occasionally disturbing, and as the story escalates to the inevitable final showdown, you get the unsettling feeling that things are going to go very wrong indeed for all concerned.
I was very unsettled for that movie.
It's a small-scale independent film with a committed cast, and you can tell that everyone involved gave it everything.
Oh.
Jessica Hines' character is indeed very different from those we are normally used to seeing her play.
Which one was Jessica Hines?
No clue.
Okay.
None of that was true. There was no tension.
No.
There was nothing.
There wasn't a final showdown.
There wasn't a final
They
showdown.
poisoned them with cake. There's like, here's some cake I cut up and put in a Tupperware. There's no icing on it. Go ahead and eat it.
This guy gives it an 8.
Jesus.
After spending 8 years living alone on a beach, Rose, a fine and credible performance by Gabrielle Shepard, returns to her coastal hometown to settle an old score with a specific family who live in said town.
Her family.
Director, co-writer Peter Blatch relates the bleakly compelling story at a stunning pace. Takes time to develop the characters. Oh, he takes a hell of a lot of time.
Yeah.
Maintains a grimly serious tone throughout. Makes nice use of the seaside hamlet. And generates a good deal of tension. The sound acting from the capable cast helps a lot.
We have to leave a review.
And then another 6 out of 10. All the characters did great acting. The movie gave the viewer too much credit, assuming we would unravel this seaweed. Is this it? You really have some explaining to do.
You got something?
And he gave it a 6.
Oh, wow.
He's like, I didn't understand this movie at all. I get the 6.
But I didn't think about how sad I was for 86 minutes. That's a 6.
So
No, this movie reminded me how sad I am.
man, it's
It had me questioning everything.
It was so bad.
Like, I never want to watch a movie again. I don't know if I want to see you again after today. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let it marinate a little bit. Give me 3 or 4 days.
No, let's just call it quits.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make the decision.
That's fair, too.
Yeah.
But we also have... so are we done talking about movies?
Do you have any other thoughts on Seagull?
No, dude. I want to forget about Seagull immediately. Immediately. Because we have something to help us with that. I have a Goodwill find. I'm a big Goodwiller.
You are a big Goodwiller. Although today, it was a bad will
there in Athens. Yeah, I was very
unimpressed. And you let him know.
I did.
You said it as soon as you got back in the car.
Loud enough for maybe someone to hear it.
If they were in the back seat.
Yes. But I'm wearing my Goodwill shoes today. I told you about my Goodwill vest, my 24-pound vest. My Goodwill balance trainer. But I also found Goodwill table topics.
Yes.
This is the original table topics. Questions to start great conversations.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
We're going to see.
So I'm going to go first. I'm going to read you one.
Okay.
What would you miss most about your home if you moved? That spider?
That spider.
It's looking at you.
Where is it?
It was on top of the curtain and now it's gone again. I don't know.
What would I miss about my home most if I were to leave?
Yes.
Like, not a whole lot about this place. I kind of hate it here. The traffic's bad.
Your dog, your mom. I mean, can you like?
Oh, I thought they'd go with me.
Okay, yeah.
It just means if I leave.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, probably my dog, and my mom. These are not good.
That's an awful conversation. Fine, what you got? Oh, we're so off the rails today.
What's the biggest lie you told as a child?
Oh, the biggest lie. Probably like, fuck, man, I don't know. Sure, I brushed my teeth, Mom. I wasn't much of a liar. I was a good boy. I've always been a good boy.
You were a good boy. Yeah, I mean...
What was your biggest lie?
I don't even remember. Like, I probably stole some money or something.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of remember doing that. Like,
that's not really lying. That's just stealing.
No, I mean, then I lied about, like...
Oh, they were like, did you take this? And you're like, no.
Yeah, that's probably it. But I needed money, you know. Video games don't buy themselves. And I was only 5.
These are awful.
Yeah.
What do you complain about more than anything else?
Well,
Joel.
I'm going to start with Seagull. I'm going to be complaining about that one for a while.
That was pretty bad.
No, I've been complaining for a few days now about another terrible movie that's on Shudder. It's a Shudder original called, like, something about The Devil's Night or something. My God, it's got Michael Shannon in it.
You were excited. I saw the post before you watched it.
Yeah, I just thought, hey.
And then you were no longer excited after you watched it.
I'm like, oh, Michael Shannon in a horror movie. And it was...
Horror.
I mean, I thought it was one of the worst movies I ever saw until I watched Seagull.
It's pretty good.
And now I'm like, you know what? It has some redeeming qualities.
So you give that like maybe a 2 or a 3?
Yeah,
Did it have a beginning, middle, or end?
Sorta. It's about this guy that he's wanted to become like a YouTube star, kind of.
Okay.
But he's like what is
that? Michael Shannon?
No.
Okay.
This is just, I forget. He's like kind of agoraphobic. So like
can't go outside.
Yeah, he like buys an apartment. Like there's an apartment complex with two apartments. And he goes ahead and rents them both.
That is awfully complex.
Well, he rents them both. That way, like he doesn't have neighbors even that can bother him. And so then like he's kind of like trying to make himself a YouTube channel about he's like a gardener. Like he does like works with plants and shit that he has in his home. And then he does little taxidermy on these birds. He's a creepy guy, but he keeps talking to like his friends on the on a webcam. He has like a meeting with one of his friends, and then he talks to his ex-wife on the webcam, and her new husband is Michael Shannon.
Oh, okay.
So he plays kind of like
see him?
I see him. he plays kind of like a dorky. I'm gonna let you talk for a minute.
Okay.
While I take care of this.
Cash is gonna go make best friends with a spider.
Hey, buddy.
So I think this is Cash becoming a superhero. I would let the spider bite you on the hand, and let's just see what happens.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask myself a question now. Joel, what are some of your simple pleasures? Well, Joel, thanks for asking. By the way, you look great today. Hey, thanks. Simple pleasures, I guess, is just being dumb. I'm good at being dumb. I'm trying to keep talking while Cash is slow. There's so much room in this room. He can't even get over to kill the spider. It's back up on top now, on the left there. He's not going to kill it. Did I say kill the spider? I meant to say make best friends with the spider.
Uh-huh.
He's up on top left there. But also some of my simple pleasures is the Goodwill. I've talked about it. Last week I got a punching bag and the stand. I don't know where he went. There he didn't like that, did he?
No, he did not.
He kind of hopped his little head up there and was like, hey! Get out of there. That's not going to work. We are off the rails. Now.
This episode may not make it there.
Okay, maybe we can find a way to edit this part out. Then we'll go back and be like, "Gosh, killed a spider."
Where the fuck it went?
It went. I don't know. It's on your back. It's not. I'm sorry. He's looking for the spider. One of my simple pleasures is watching Cash look for spiders. And I like video games. I've been playing Spider-Man video games. I could not do a podcast of one. And the spider's gone. The spider's gone. Burn the house down. I'm leaving. Was there ever a spider? Maybe it's like the Seagull man in the movie. Are you the spider?
What the hell happened?
Are you mentally or physically tougher? I'm a pussy. Both mentally and physically.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, I think he thinks... Nope. Well,
Nope.
it's gone. All right. Well, listeners, I hate to tell you, but the spider lives. It's still in the room somewhere. So if we don't come back, it's because Cash got eaten by a giant spider.
Burn the house down.
It was a big spider. I think he'll leave you alone as long as you leave, but you didn't leave him
I didn't leave him alone.
Yeah, so now he's mad.
And I gotta sleep at some point.
At some point, I would imagine. This will be fun.
Huh.
He's going to sit here and stare at that window. You got to come out eventually. Now he's back. Here's Cash, everybody.
Hey, I'm back. Okay,
You're not. You're still staring over there. I'll let you know if I see him.
I mean, he's probably a good dude.
He's a good boy.
Right? He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
I didn't, I was just trying to give him high five.
Yeah.
Just trying to say, hey, what's up, bud?
That was exciting. That was better than the movie. Watching you look for that spider was better than the movie.
There was a beginning.
Middle.
You noticing it.
Yep.
And then, the middle was me trying to take care of it. And
He
the
tried.
end was the spider won.
He couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
He got it. He got his way.
Well, he wasn't doing anything solid. Like, there was no getting him because he wasn't doing anything solid.
Yeah, you can't just squish him. You need something to squish him against.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how much of any of this is going to be on here. Do I have cards still?
Just do it all. Leave it all, warts and all.
So,
We need a good last episode.
what's the scariest movie of all time to you, Joel?
Is that really what that says? Yeah. Okay, the scariest movie of all time. Probably Knocked Up. Huh? With Seth Rogen where he gets the girl pregnant? That's so scary, huh? Oh, man, I don't know, man. Scariest movie? Like, scariest?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get
Like,
scared.
has there ever been a movie that's legitimately scared you?
I don't know if it was scared, but Requiem for a Dream, freaks me out. But that's just, the drugs and just...
Well, I don't know. Did the card say scariest horror movie of all time or just scariest movie?
What's your scariest movie?
Seagull? Seagull? No, I don't... There's really not a movie that's ever...
Yeah,
When I was a kid, Howard the Duck scared me.
Wow.
There was a scene in Howard the Duck that scared me for some reason.
Were they fucked?
No.
A duck and a woman fucking?
No, it was like the dude that kind of turns into the monster.
Yeah, I think I kind of...
I forget why, but that scared me. I was watching Freddy and Jason and everything else way around the same time, and those were fine.
RoboCop, when the dude drove into the acid and got out and his face is all melting, that fucked with me a little bit. Hellraiser, I guess, was pretty scary actually.
See, I always thought it was silly.
See, the first Hellraiser scared me pretty good.
Yeah, that was kind of
after
silly.
that, I thought it was dumb, but that first one,
Yeah,
definitely.
The Shining.
Because that was probably 8 or 9,
The scene with the bear, and he looks in the room and the bear's down between that guy's legs, he's gonna blow him. and he looks out at him, like, whatever was going on in that terrified me as a child. Like
what's happening?
I couldn't, for years.
You couldn't let a bear blow you?
I couldn't let a bear blow me at all. Like, the bears would try, and I was like, I get too scared.
Sorry, bears.
No, like, I couldn't, just casually walk past the doorway down the hall. I would, like, we lived in a trailer, so there was, like, 4 or 5 rooms.
How many bathrooms?
1.
Okay.
We weren't kings. We were common folk.
Yeah.
Even then. But like I would get to like I'll get, on one side of the door. As I was walking in the hall, I'd have to stop at the door. Then I'd have to like sit and like count like to 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'd run past.
Because you didn't want to see
Then I have to stop again.
Because you didn't want to see a bear blow.
Yeah, I was like, there's going to be a bear in there blowing a guy. I cannot keep seeing this.
That's why you're a fury. You're a furry.
I'm not a Fuhrer, first of all. That is.
Fury. You're a furry.
What's the worst job you ever had, Joel?
Oh, the worst job. I don't know if you know this about me, but I worked at a movie theater.
I had her tail.
That's probably not the worst job. I don't know, man. Probably being a dishwasher at Bob Evans. I wasn't like a full-time dishwasher, but I would cover other dudes' shifts, like if they couldn't close or we just needed, the guy that would just fill in. And I hated that.
Yeah, I'm glad I never really worked in a restaurant. Like I worked in fast food, but never a wet restaurant.
It's like food that's not even yours. That
yeah,
you didn't
fuck
eat,
that.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Mine's telemarketer.
Oh, yeah.
That was fucking terrible.
I was good the first day of telemarketing because it was for the Special Olympics, and the second day was for like the Fraternal Order of Police.
Yeah.
And I didn't do
I hated it.
good. Yeah.
I hated it so much. I was almost became a telephone operator for Expedia.com.
Oh, yeah.
And they had you had to do a 2-week training course. And I sat in the back of the room and played solitaire the entire 2 weeks, got paid for it.
Nice.
And then first day, it was during, I think it was Hurricane Katrina, actually. Was that, what year was that?
Oh, wait, I don't know.
It would have been Katrina then. It was during that.
Oh, that's right, then I'll be amazed. That was a complete shot in the dark.
But one of the very first calls I got that night, one of my first official, day, whatever, was these people saying that they were doctors and they'd had an actual flight scheduled to go on vacation somewhere or whatever. Well, they wanted to cancel it because they were going to Katrina to provide care, they were going to whatever. And I had to I'm still in training, so you have to run it through your supervisor or whatever. And they were telling me to tell them that they'd still have to pay for the original flight because it was not enough notice for cancellation.
Yeah.
And then they have to pay for the new one, and I wouldn't do it. So I was like, and I quit. This was fun. Thanks for the 2 weeks vacation, paying me or 2 weeks paid training, and I'm out.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not telling these people that.
Tell them doctors good luck.
Yeah, you fucking assholes. So that was actually probably my worst, but I didn't do it. I only. What do you wish you were better at saying no to?
Just everything. I hate to disappoint people, so usually I won't when someone asks me to do something. I will pretty much do it. So I think just everything.
Saying no is a valuable tool to be able to say no.
That, on the drive up, it is.
Yeah, you've got to be able to.
Yeah,
you can't just constantly be.
I'm trying to be better.
Yeah.
I got one for you. This should be pretty easy for you.
Okay.
Because who's the funniest person alive?
Funniest person
Just look around the room. Who do you see?
Looking around the room.
I'm alive.
Let me see here. Alive.
That's what gives me. Who do you think's the funniest person alive?
Funniest person
alive. Present
alive.
company excluded. Okay,
so it's not you.
Yeah, because obviously that's what you'd say. But I who else?
Funniest person alive. Who makes me laugh harder than anyone else?
That's gotta be me, though.
I mean, the dude that does, actually, I probably know. Right now, my current funniest dude alive is the guy that does the pitch meetings on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Because he has a whole another channel where he just does first guy to invent boxing, first guy to whatever. His name's Ryan James, and I laugh so fucking hard at that.
That is pretty funny.
Bobby Lee's hilarious, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino Bad Friends podcast.
Yeah, I've seen some of
I laugh really hard at that. The guys from It's Always Sunny. Like Charlie Day is one of the funniest human beings alive to me.
Tom Segura.
Will Sasso. Will Sasso.
Yeah.
Is the funniest man alive to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Will Sasso.
I'm going George Bush Jr.
George Bush Jr.
Yep.
Okay. I get it. He's fool you once. Shame on you.
I got one for you.
Okay.
This one's stupid. If money were no object, what kind of party would you throw? What is that?
I hate parties. I hate parties.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Whatever.
A one-man party, then?
I throw like a big party and everybody could come to it and do whatever the fuck they wanted, and like I would just leave me alone.
I'll be in the basement.
I'll kind of come through as I please. And,
Yeah.
I just throw a big party for people.
Nice.
I mean, that would be fun. I like to do that.
No more questions at this time. No, I'm just kidding.
No more questions at this time.
My client is all tuckered out.
Well, I'm gonna pick one more.
One more.
So
Make it good.
Okay, here we go. I think we've maybe talked about this a little bit before in the past, but I can't remember for sure. Have you ever had an experience that led you to believe in angels or ghosts?
No.
Really?
Well, I don't know. I thought I saw the ghost at one time. We did talk about that in South Carolina, but now looking back, it's just probably overactive imagination, and I mean, I don't know. Like, what's an angel gonna? No, I don't know.
So nothing, huh?
No,
These cards are tricky.
they are tricky.
Get back in here.
Give me an angel.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've definitely never thought of seeing an angel.
Ghost kind of stuff. I mean, I felt like creeped out before. Like I wasn't alone somewhere where I was alone.
So, as somebody who's had years of sleep issues, and we've talked about them before, like we have the episode on sleep or
night terror. Is that what it was?
No, sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
We've had the episode on that. So someone has had like a lot of sleep issues, and as someone who used to go I would go days without sleep. Like 3 or 4, 5 days without sleep.
Damn.
Pretty common for me. And after a few days, you start to lose your shit, and you start to like day 2 or so, you start to hear like little ticks and clicks.
Yeah.
In your like head, like just it's weird, like little pops and sizzles. And then day 3, day 4, you start to kind of hallucinate things, and like rooms kind of start to like get bigger and smaller around you, like walls start closing in and stuff. Day like 5, 6, if you make it to that, you will see like I've been driving home at night on no sleep after days. And you will see fucking clear as day people walk in front of your car and like just standing in the street or like standing whatever, and they're not there.
Yeah.
Like if you blink, they're gone. So I mean, I've never seen, that's just hallucinations. But at the same time, it's like, what if you get to a certain point in your brain, like where it starts to be able to see things,
like that, like second layer dimension.
Yeah, yeah. Like you have to like. So I don't know. I mean, are those just hallucinations? Or are they? And looking into another world.
Yeah, get some sleep, buddy.
I do now.
Rest up. Good.
I do now.
Good. I worry about you.
But life was a lot more fun back then, I'll tell you that.
You had more stuff to keep you up.
The no sleep thing, when I had to figure out how to fill up 24 hours in a day. There was lots of rabbit holes on Reddit and YouTube, and never became like a weird psychopathic.
How about actual rabbit holes?
Rabbit holes, I would look for those. Spend a lot of time in Walmart. Thank God for 24 hours
Walmarts.
Walmarts.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You do that a lot. You just drive around.
I see dead people at Walmart, sure.
Yeah, everybody looks dead. I'm wishing that every time I'm in there, I'm wishing I'm dead every second of the trip. Well, this episode, I mean,
top notch.
Look, we apologize.
This is what we're known for.
This is bad. We know it.
Bad movies, bad day, bad things.
Yeah, just bad times in America right now.
Yep. I feel like nothing should be good.
Kind of been pissed off about that anyways, so not in the best mood probably. But now, just watched the best movie ever. I got a spider I got to deal with.
You got a spider living in your room somewhere.
So everybody stay safe out there.
Yep. Watch out for seagulls.
Watch out for seagulls for sure. We will, we may have a movie review episode again. I don't know. I may not trust Joel to ever buy. I don't know what
happens after today.
I don't know if I trust Joel to ever buy a movie again.
It's going to be a lot of soul searching,
Yep.
A lot of deep down soul searching.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe you can go to Goodwill and find your stuff.
Yeah.
Some soul searching.
I'm gonna try.
Do your best soul searching there.
Yeah,
It seems
I'll
like.
see if I can find a movie there.
No, that's maybe
They
the
have
ticket.
movies there. I'll find it.
Oh, I know they do. They have everything.
I think that's the secret. You just unlocked it. I need to find a Goodwill movie.
Okay.
All right.
Try to keep Jesus out of our movies. Though.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting out of here. See you guys later.
Bye.
Sorry.